भज गौरांगा कह गौरांगा लहा गौरांगेर नाम रे जे जना गौरांगा भजे से हुए अमर प्राण रे भज गौरांगा कह गौरांगा लहा गौरांगेर नाम रे गौरांगा गौरांग बुलिया दुबाहु तुलिया नचिया नचिया बेराओ भज गौरांगा कह गौरांगा लहा गौरांगेर नाम रे गौरांगा गौरांग भजिले गौरांग जपिले होए दुखेर अवसान रे भज गौरांगा कह गौरांगा लहा गौरांगेर नाम रे जय जना गौरांगा भजे से होए अमर प्राण रे भज गौरांगा कह गौरांगा लहा गौरांगेर नाम रे गौरांगा फुलिया दुबाहु तुलिया नचिया नचिया बेराओ रे भज गौरांगा कह गौरांगा लहा गौरांगेर नाम रे भज गौरांगा लहा गौरांगेर नाम रे गौरांग भजिले गौरांग जपिले होए दुखेर अवसान रे भज गौरांगा कह गौरांगा लहा गौरांगेर नाम रे गौरांग भजिले गौरांग जपिले होए दुखेर अवसान रे Goranga kah Goranga laha Goranga rana mere.
Wow, devotees are so creative and so talented to share the entire or the highlights of Mahaprabhu's Leela in just a short video. It was all AI generated, but quite heart-touching. Okay, so we will read Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit, Adi Leela, chapter 2. And we'll try to cover all the verses, so we won't go in too much detail or commentary or any reflections, but we'll focus more on the reading. Is that okay? There are about 100 plus verses here, 120-ish. So let's see how much we can cover. This chapter is entitled, actually, we wanted to cover chapter 3. Yeah, sorry, my bad. I want to cover chapter 3 because that's entitled the external reasons for the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And I'm not sure who all are in a position to read. Who are in a position to read today? So we can take turns. Any one of you in a position to read would like to read? Okay. So I'm assuming you're all in the hearing mode. Anyone is in a position to read? Now or after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes? Let me know, please. So you all can also read. It's not just me reading, especially with the bad hoarse throat.
I can read whenever you want, Prabhu.
You can read? Okay. How about others? Rajni Mataji, Saroj Mataji, Radha Mataji, Manisa Mataji. Okay. At any point you want to read, raise your hand or just pause us and then you will also get the chance. We're going to read this chapter. That's our goal. We'll begin with the chapter summary. In this chapter, the author, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, has fully discussed the external reasons for the descent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. After displaying his pastime as Lord Krishna, thought it wise to make his advent in the form of a devotee to explain personally the transcendental mellows of reciprocal service and love exchange between himself and his devotees, friends, parents, and fiancés. According to the Vedic literature, the foremost occupational duty for humanity in this age of Kali is Nama Sankirtan, or the congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord. The incarnation for this age especially preaches this process. But only Krishna himself can explain the confidential, loving service performed in the four principal varieties of loving affairs between the Supreme Lord and his devotees. Lord Krishna therefore personally appeared with his plenary portions as Lord Chaitanya. As stated in this chapter, it was for this purpose that Lord Krishna appeared personally in Navadvip in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So what was the purpose? Yuga Dharma, to re-establish the Yuga Dharma, which is Nam Sankirtan. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has herein presented much authentic evidence from the Bhagavatam and from other scriptures to substantiate the identity of Lord Chaitanya with Sri Krishna himself. So they are the two same personality. He has described bodily symptoms in Lord Chaitanya that are visible only in the person of the Supreme Lord. And he has proved that Lord Chaitanya appeared with his personal associates, Sri Nityananda Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivas, and other devotees, to preach the special significance of chanting Hare Krishna. The appearance of Lord Chaitanya is both significant and confidential. He can be appreciated only by pure devotees. Only through the process of devotional service, the Lord tried to conceal his identity as the Supreme Personality of Godhead by representing himself as a devotee. So he concealed, also called Chanda Avatara. But his pure devotees could recognize him by his special features. So we can talk about his special features also. The Vedas and Puranas foretell the appearance of Lord Chaitanya, but still, he is sometimes called significantly the concealed descent of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Chanda Avatar. Advaitacharya was a contemporary of Lord Chaitanya's father. He felt sorry for the condition of the world because Krishna's even after Lord Krishna's appearance, no one had interest in devotional service to Krishna. This forgetfulness was so overwhelming that Advaita Prabhu was convinced that no one but Lord Krishna himself could enlighten people about devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Therefore, Advaita requested Lord Krishna to appear as Lord Chaitanya, offering tulsi leaves and Ganges water. He cried for Lord's appearance. The Lord, being satisfied by his pure devotees, descended to satisfy them. As such, being pleased by Advaitacharya, the Lord Chaitanya appeared. So this is the external chapter is called the external reasons. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra, Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. So let's begin. Shri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Yat Padashraya Viryataha Sangrinati Akara Vratad Agya Siddhanta Sanmanim. So translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So we'll not repeat that line every time. So all the translations are by Prabhupada only and purports as well. I offer my respectful obeisance to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by the potency of the shelter of his lotus feet. Even a fool can collect valuable jewels of conclusive truth from the minds of the revealed scriptures. The humility of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, calling himself a fool, but by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, everything is possible. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Lord Chaitanya, all glories to Nityananda, all glories to Advaita Acharya, all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. तृतीय श्लोकेर अर्थ कैला विवरण चतुर्थ श्लोकेर अर्थ शृणु भक्तगण. I have given the purport to the third verse. Now, O devotees, please listen to the meaning of the fourth verse with full attention. Anarpita chiram charat karunya avatirna kalau sammarpayitum unnat उन्नतोज्ज्वलरसां स्वभक्तिं श्रियं हरिपुरत्सुन्दरद्युति कदम्बसन्दीपतः सदा हृद्यकन्दरे स्फुरतौ वः सचीनन्दनः. This is important verse. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, the mother of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, be transcendently situated in the innermost core of your heart. So he's giving the blessing to everyone. Your means you, I, everyone who's reading this, resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has descended in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most elevated mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is giving Ashirvad or invoking benedictions upon the hearers of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit. May Lord be situated in the innermost core of your heart. Such a beautiful blessing by Purna Bhagavan Krishna Vrajendra Kumar Goloke Vrajera Saha Nitya Vihar. Lord Sri Krishna, the King of Vraja, is the Supreme Lord. He eternally enjoys transcendental pastimes in his eternal abode, Goloka, which includes Vraja Dham. So primarily, there are how many reasons? 3 external reasons for Krishna's appearance. What are the 3 external reasons? Can anyone tell?
First is that he wants to give. He was very compassionate because he spent past times in Brajdham, and in the Kali Yuga, people are suffering. So Krishna, Lord, is become so compassionate, and he come and he want to distribute the holy name of the Lord. That's why he descended. First reason.
Yes, to give the Yoga Dharma, that is Nama Sankirtan. This is the Yoga Dharma for Kali Yuga. That was the most important and the main reason. What else? We read here. He has come to give the topmost love of God, which no other incarnation has given. To bestow the most elevated. So, Vraja Prema. So he has come to give the topmost love of Godhead to everyone. We're going to read more on this. And number 3, any guesses on number 3? To fulfill the... Yes, Prithimata, you were saying something.
Yeah, to fulfill the desire of the devotees.
Desire of devotee, primarily Advaita Acharya.
Advaita Acharya. Yeah, because he prayed for his appearance.
Very nice. Okay, so now we're going to go and read further. So you want to read the next 5 verses? We'll just go the verse and the translation.
Okay, no purport, right? Okay.
Correct.
Purna Bhagwan Krishna Vrajendra Kumar Goloke. Oh, 6th. Okay. Sorry, Prabhu. Okay.
Text 6.
Brahmara eke. Okay. Brahmara eke dine tino ek bar avatirna hana karena prakata vihar. Once in a day of Brahma, he descended to the world to manifest his transcendental pastimes. Satya Treta Dwapar Kali Chari Yuga Jani Sei Chari Yuge Divya Eka Yuga Mani. We know that there are 4 ages, yugas, namely Satya, Treta, Dwapar and Kali. These 4 together constitute one Divya Yuga. Ekatar Chaturyuge Eka Manva Antar Chauda Manva Antar Brahmara Dvisha Bhitar. 71 Divya Yugas constitute one Manvantar. There are 14 Manvantaras in one day of Brahma. Vaivashwata Nam E Saptam Manvantar Satesha Chatur Yuga Tahar Antar. The present Manu, who is the 7th, is called Vaivashwat, the son of Vivashwan. 27 Divya Yugas of his age have now passed. So it's, yeah. Astva Vimsha Chaturyuge Dwapare Shish Prajera Sahite Hai Krishnera Prakash. At the end of Dwapar Yuga of the 28th Divya Yuga, Lord Krishna appeared on earth with the full paraphernalia of his eternal Braj Dham. So, yeah, done with the 5 Prabhu. Let me know if you want more.
Everyone here understands these calculations, or is it too complex? Priti Mataji, Radha Mataji, you are comfortable with these, all what we just read?
Yes, Prabhu. So Krishna appears in once in a day of Brahma. So Brahma's life is already very long. He usually lives 100 years, right? And I think one day is something 4.3 some billion years. And yeah, and there are Manu's talking about like 71. And yeah, and the present Manu that we are here in this one is Vaivashwat Manu, right? That is this is the current age you guys is going on, right?
Which Manu is this? Which,
Vaivashwat
like fourth, fifth, sixth,
is seventh, I guess.
seventh, correct.
Yeah.
This is a very important topic which comes in Gita, which comes in other scriptures. So I think I've shared this with all of you. This diagram helps to understand the age or life of Brahma. We just read that. So Brahma, one day here and one night. In the day, there are 1, 2, 3, like that, 14 Manus. Each Manu has 71 Chaturyuga. So what is Chaturyuga? See why is Chaturyuga. It is a combination of Kali, Dwapar, Treta, Satyug. Kali Yuga has 432,000. KY is Kali Yuga. Dwapar is twice of that. Treta is thrice. Satyug is twice, 4 times. So if you add them, the Chaturyuga becomes 10x of Kali Yuga. So 4.3 million years. Now one Manvantara is 71 times Chaturyuga, which becomes 306 million. So this times 71, right? And there's a transition period of 6 Chaturyugas also between the 15 or 15 transitions. That's 6 Chaturyugas. So 71 times 14, right, is 994 plus 6 Chaturyugas. It becomes 1000 Chaturyugas. Maybe it's getting too technical, but if you do it once or twice, it won't be so hard. That's one kalpa, one day of Brahma, which is 4.3 billion years. One day, same as one night. So one full day becomes equivalent to 2 kalpas, which is 8.6 billion. 1 month is 30 days, 1 year is 12 months. So 30 times 2 kalpa, this. 12 times 1 month, this. And 100 years, 100 times 1 year, that's become 311 trillion years. I know this may sound a little complex, but I think Radha Mataji, you both of you are very scholarly people, so you should know this. Is it good? Is it helping? Is it making sense what we are doing, why we are doing, how we are doing?
It is very nice presentation, Pro. Really like it. If you can share or if you are in able to position, then you can, because I like the way that you present the diagram and all the manus and all the ages of Brahma. It's nice.
Yes,
Very nice.
certainly I can share. So currently we are in the 7th Manvantara, and in that 7th Manvantara, 28th cycle. We just read all these verses, if you noticed. We just read all these, the 28th Divya Yuga, which is the Chatur Yuga. This is also called Divya Yuga, just an additional Divya Yuga. The same as Chatur Yuga. And at the end of Dwapar Yuga, of the 20th Divya Yuga, 。  . 。 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . . 。 . 。 . 。 .
It
So 27 have passed. This is one Divya Yoga. 71 Divya Yoga, or aka Chatur Yoga, sometimes it's said. It's the same thing. So we are in the 7th Manvantar, 28th Chatur Yoga. I'll write it, Divya Yoga also. So it's the same thing. The cycle is 28th cycle. Now in that cycle, so Krishna and Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu basically come in one day of Brahma, which is about 4.3 billion years, or more precise 8.6, because one day. And this period, one night of Brahma, is considered as the Rasa Leela. If you notice this, the dark phase, this is the partial annihilation of all the planets up till Satyaloka. And in the first 50 years, currently Brahma's 50 years are done, half lifespan is done. In the first 50 years, Lord Jagannath gives darshan as Nilamadhav. In the next 50 years, he gives darshan as Daru Brahman, which is the wooden form of the Lord. This Kali Yuga is also known as Dhanya Kali Yuga because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this Kali Yuga. Now, one day has 1,000 Kali Yugas. He chose this Kali Yuga. We are so fortunate. In other Kali Yugas, the Acha portion, plenary portion of Gaura comes to introduce the Yoga Dharma, Nam Sankirtan. However, the Archa cannot give Raja Prema. Interesting. So this Kali Yuga is even more special. Is it okay, Mataji? I think Radha Mataji also had to draw. So if you're okay, we can read a little bit more.
You want to say to me, bro?
Yeah, I was saying to you because you are the only person left now. So
I can read, no worries.
okay. Okay, we'll continue reading. Dasya Sakhya Vatsalya Shringar Chari Rasa Chari Bhavira Bhakta Yata Krishna Tara Vasha Servitude, Dasya, friendship, Sakhya, parental affection, Vatsalya, and conjugal love, Shringar, are the four transcendental mellows, rasas. By the devotees who cherish these four mellows, Lord Krishna is subdued. उनके वश में आ जाते हैं, वश. So the neutrality is not mentioned in this four. Dasha, Dasa Sakha Pita Mata Kanta Gana Lana Vraje Krida Kare Krishna Prema Vishtahana. Absorbed in such transcendental love, Lord Sri Krishna enjoys in Vraja with his devoted servants, friends, parents, and conjugal lovers. Yatheshta Vihari Krishna Kare Antardhana Kari Mane Kare Anumana. Lord Sri Krishna enjoys his transcendental pastimes as long as he wishes, and then he appears after disappearing, and then he disappears. After disappearing, however, he thinks thus. So then he suddenly disappears and he's thinking, Chira kala nahi kari prema bhakti dan, bhakti vina jagatera nahi avasthan. For a long time I have not bestowed an unalloyed loving service to me upon the inhabitants of the world. Without such loving attachment, the existence of the material world is useless. Wow. This is the Lord's mood. Sakala jagate more kare vidhi bhakti. Sakala jagate ko more kare vidhi bhakti. Vidhi bhakti vrajabhava paite nahi shakti. Everywhere in the world, people worship me according to scriptural injunctions, but simply by following such regulative principles, one cannot attain the loving sentiments of the devotees in Rajabhumi. Harib. Yes, Mataji, your turn.
ऐश्वर्य ज्ञा ऐश्वर्य ज्ञाने ते सब जगत मिश्रिता ऐश्वर्य शिथिल प्रेमे nahi mura prita. Knowing my opulence, the whole world looks upon me with awe and veneration, but devotion made feeble by such reverence doesn't attract me. Yeah, same Krishna also saying that only bhakti attracts. The rules and regulation doesn't attract. By perform Aishwarya Gyane Vidhi Bhajan Kariya Vaikuntha ke Yai Chaturvidha Mukti Pana. By performing such regulated devotional service in awe and veneration, one may go to Vaikuntha and attain the four kinds of liberation. Okay, so there are four kinds of liberation. Is talking about Sarupya, Salisti, right? Sarupya, Salisti. I mean, Sauji is the impersonal one. So there in Vaikuntha, there is a Sarupya Mukti. They getting a same form like the Lord. Sarsti Sarupya Arasam. Oh, here it is. Shasti Sarupya Arasamipya Salokya Saujyanalaya Bhakta Yate Brahma Akya. These liberations are Sarsti, same achieving opulence equal to those of the Lord. Sarupya having a form of the same as Lord. Samipya living as personal associate of the Lord. And Salokya living in Vaikuntha planet. Devotees never accept Sahujya, however, since that is oneness with Brahman. Yuga Dharma Pravartenu Nam Sankirtan Chari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nam Nachamu Bhuvan. I shall personally inaugurate the religion of the age, Nam Sankirtan, the congregational chanting of the holy name. I shall make the world dance in ecstasy, realizing the four mellows of loving devotional service. Apani karumi bhakta bhav angikare. Apani achari bhakti sikhamu sabare. I shall accept the role of a devotee and I shall teach devotional service by practicing it myself. So he says that, right, people follow. Yet, what was that verse is in Bhagavad Gita also. The people follow, the common people follow the great personality. The Lord himself come as a devotee and he's teaching that devotional service, that how one devotee should behave and should do and develop a devotional service and for the Lord, love of the God. Yes, Prabhu.
Yajnacharati Shreshtas Tatate
Yes,
Saroja.
right. Yes.
अपने ना कैला धर्म शिखाना नायाय एत सिद्धांत गीता भागवत गाय. Unless one practices devotional service himself, he cannot teach it to others. This conclusion is indeed confirmed throughout the Gita and Bhagavatam. There's potent verses. So first, apna udhar, then paropkar. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religious practice, O descendant of Bharata, and a predominant rise of the religion, at that time I descend. Paritranaaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium. So, two very important verses from the Gita. Chaitanya Charitamrita has many Gita verses and many Bhagavatam verses as well. Utsideyur ime loka na kuryan karma chedaham sankarasya cha kartasyam upahanyam ima prajaha. If I do not show the proper principles of religion, all these worlds would fall into ruin. I would be the cause of unwanted population and would spoil all these living beings. This is probably from Bhagavatam Sanskrit verse. Yad yad acharati shreshta tad eveta rojana sayat pramanam kurute lokas tad anuvardate. Whatever actions a great man performs, common people follow, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. It's talking about in these verses about the why the Lord wanted to teach by his own example, his inner mood. Shitamataji, thank you for joining. Would you like to read?
Hare
Next one.
Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam to all the devotees. Yes, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol, happy Gaur Purnima.
Happy Gaur Purnima.
Yes,
Text 20.
yeah, 5 verses you can read.
Okay, Prabhu. Text 26. Yuga dharma pravartana haya amsha hayate amavina anya nare vraja prema dite. My plenary portions can establish the principles of religion for each age. No one but me, however, can bestow the kind of loving service performed by the residents of Vraja. Shant Santva Avtara Bhavaha Pankajanaabhasya Sarvato Bhadra Krishnad Anya Ko Va Latsav Api Premado Bhavati. There may be many all auspicious incarnations of the personality of Godhead, but who other than Lord Sri Krishna can bestow love of God upon the surrendered souls? Text 28. ताहते अपान भक्ता गणाकारी संगे पृथ्वी अवतरी करीमो नाना रंगे. Therefore, in the company of my devotees, I shall appear on earth and perform various colorful pastimes. Text 29. 29. Eta bhavi kali kale prathama sandhyaya avatirna haila Krishna apani nadiyaya. Translation. Thinking thus, the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna himself descended at Nadia early in the age of Kali. One more, I think. Text 30. Caitanya Simhare Navadvipe Avtara Simhagriva Simhavirya Simera Hunkara. Thus, the lion-like Lord Chaitanya has appeared in Navadvip. He has the shoulders of a lion, the powers of a lion, and the loud voice of a lion. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. And the key message is that the Amshas cannot give Raja Prema. The Lord is saying, cannot give Raja Prema. So only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can give Raja Prema, who appears once in a day of Brahma. Colorful pastimes. It appeared like people celebrate colored Holi, festival of colors. But I'll read, this is real colors. This colorful pastimes. Okay, next set of verses. Yes, Priti Mataji.
Yeah. Sehimavas jivera hridaya kandare kalmashadvira nashe yanhare hunkare. May that lion be seated in the core of the heart of every living being. Thus, with his resounding roar, may he drive away one's elephantine vices. Nice. Prathama Lila Tanra Vishwambharnam Bhakti Rasa Bharila Dharila Bhutagram. In his early pastimes, he is known as Vishwambhar. because he floods the world with the nectar of devotion and thus save the living being. So Vishwambhar is another name of Lord Chaitanya. The verbal root Dubrin Dhatur Artha Poshan Dharana Pushila Dharila Prem Diya Tribhuvan. The verbal root Dubrin, which is the root of the word Vishwambhar, indicates nourishing and maintaining. He, Lord Chaitanya, nourishes and maintains the three worlds by distributing love of Godhead. Yeah, Vishwambhar. So Vishwa means world, and he's Bhar, I mean, he's maintaining. So is nourishing and maintaining. Okay. शेष लीलाय धारे नाम श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य श्री कृष्ण जानाय सब विश्व कैल धन्य. In his later pastimes, he is known as Lord Krishna Chaitanya. He blesses the whole world by teaching about the name and fame of Lord Sri Krishna. Fifth, Tanra Yuga Avatar Jani Garga Mahesh Mahashaya Krishnera Nam Karane Kariyache Nirnaya. Knowing him, Lord Chaitanya, to be the incarnation of Kali Yuga, Garg Muni, during the naming ceremony of Krishna, predicted his appearance. So it was good, appeared in the so Garga Muni appeared. I think Garga Muni took in a Chaitanya pastime. He's a Nilambar, right? Uh, who appeared as in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a incarnation of Garga Muni.
Here it's meaning that during the name ceremony of Krishna,
Mm-hmm.
Gargamuni said that you will appear in different colors. I think it's going to come here. That in future you're going to come in golden complexion.
Golden. Okay.
White, red, yellow, different ages. So Gargamuni said that to Krishna's during the Namakarana. असन्वर्णास्त्रयो हि यस्य गृणातो अनुयुगं तनुः शुक्लरक्तस्तथा पीता इदानीं कृष्णतां गतः. This boy Krishna has three other colors, white, red, and yellow. As he appears in different ages, now he has appeared in the transcendental blackish color. This is from the Bhagavatam, Gargamuni's prediction. शुक्लरक्ता पिता पीतवर्ण एति न द्युति सत्यत्रिता कलिकाले धरेण श्रीपति. White, red, and yellow, these are the three bodily lusters that this Lord, the husband of goddess of fortune, assumes in the ages of Satya, Treta, and Kali, respectively. Idanim dvapare tino hailak Krishnavarna Aisabha Shastra Gama Puran Niramarma. Now in the Dwapar Yuga, the Lord has descended in a blackish hue. This is the essence of the statements in the Puranas and the other Vedic literature, with reference to the context. Dwapare Bhagavan Shyama Pitavasa Ni Jayudha Srivatsadibhir Ankischa Lakshaner Upalakshitaha. In the Dwapar Yuga, the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears in the blackish hue. He is dressed in yellow. He holds his own weapons, and he is decorated with a Kaustuva jewel and marks of Sri Vatsa. This is how his symptoms are described. Kali Yuge Yuga Dharma Namera Prachar Tathi Lagi Pitavarna Chaitanya Avatar. The religious practice for the age of Kali is to broadcast the glories of the holy name. Only for this purpose has the Lord, in a yellow color, descended as Lord Chaitanya. Namera Prachar. Again, that reason is coming again and again. This was the main reason for his descent. Yes, Mataji. Over time.
Text 14. तप्तहेमा समाकान्ति प्रकाण्डा शरीरा नवमेघाजिनीकान्ता ध्वनिये गम्भीरा. The luster of his expansive body resembles molten gold. The deep sound of his voice conquers the thundering of newly assembled clouds. Text 42. दैर्घ्यविस्तारे यै अपानाराहाता चारिहस्तहया महापुरुषा विख्याता. Translation. One who measures 4 cubits in height and in breadth by his own hand is celebrated as a great personality. Text 43. Anyagrodha parimandala hayatara nama Nyagrodha parimandala tanu chaitanya gunadhama. Translation. Such a person is called Nyagrodha parimandala. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who personifies all good qualities, has the body of Nyagrodha parimandala. Text 44. Ajanulambita bhuja kamala lochana tila phula jininasha sudhamshu vadana. Translation. His arms are long enough to reach his knees. His eyes are just like lotus flowers. His nose is like a sesame flower, and his face is as beautiful as the moon. Text 45. Shanta Danta Krishna Bhakti Nishta Parayana Bhakta Vatsal Sushila Sarva Bhute Sama. Translation. He is peaceful, self-controlled and fully devoted to the transcendental service of Lord Shri Krishna. He is affectionate toward his devotees, he is gentle, and he is equally disposed toward all living beings. Hare Krishna.
Very well. So these verses are talking about his bodily features and his qualities. Bhaktavatsala, Sushila, Sarva Bhute Sama. Some of the qualities. And earlier we read the symptoms of a Mahapurusha. Broad, tall, 4-cubit body, molten golden complexion, long arms touching the knees, etc. Shanta. So the qualities are shared in this 45 verse. Very nice. We can meditate on this. And of course, we can also, he has come as a devotee, so we can also try to develop these qualities. Shanta Danta Krishna Bhakti Nishtha Parayana Bhakta Vatsala Sushila Sarva Bhute Sama. So these are the qualities we can also try to follow in his footsteps. Gentle, peaceful, self-controlled, equally disposed towards all. Yes, Mataji, your turn.
Prabhuji, what is that cubic? What does that mean there? That is that height, width, whatever that was mentioned, is it his actual physical?
Yeah, it is mentioned somewhere he was around 7 or 8 feet. He was very tall, 7+ feet.
Oh,
He was 7 feet tall. Yeah. So what is that cubit word? Oh, it's 41.
41 onwards, Prabhu, I think it was. Yeah, 42.
So char hath. So imagine like, yeah, somewhere I've heard around 7 feet or 8 feet height. It was like It was interesting. This AI says 4 cubit is typically about 6 feet 9 inches, 7 feet 2 meters plus. 1 cubit is. Does that help?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
They're about 7 feet tall. Yes, imagine 7 feet tall and the sannyasi, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can start now.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Chandanera Angad Bal Chandana Bhushan Nitya Kale Pari Karena Krishna Sankirtan. He is decorated with sandalwood bangles and armlets and anointed with the pulp of sandalwood. He especially wears these decorations to dance in Sri Krishna Sankirtan. Ei Sabagunalana Muni Vaishampayan Sahasraname Kaila Tanranam Ganan. Recording all these qualities of Lord Chaitanya, the says Vaishampayan included his name in the Vishnu Sahasranam. Okay, so Lord Chaitanya name is there also. Dui Lila Chaitanyara Adi Arashesh, Dui Lila Chari Chari Nam Vishesh. The pastime of Lord Chaitanya have two divisions. The early pastimes, Adi Lila, and later pastimes, Shesh Lila. He has 4 names in each of these 2 Leelas. Suvarnavarno Hemango, Varangas Chandanangadi, Sannyasa Krichama Shanto, Nishthasanti Parayana. In his early pastimes, he appears as a householder with a golden complexion. His limbs are beautiful, and his body, smeared with pulp of sandalwood, seems like a molten gold. In his later pastimes, he accepts the sannyas order, and he is equipoised and peaceful. He is the highest abode of peace and devotion, for he silences the impersonalist non-devotees. Um, no, okay, next verse, Prabhu. व्यक्त करी भागवत कहे बार बार कलियुगे धर्मा नाम sankirtan sar. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is repeatedly and clearly said that the essence of religion in the age of Kali is the chanting of holy name of Krishna. Kalir doshe nithiraj. So I was also thinking in the previous one that he is with a golden complexion because we know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the combination of Radha and Krishna. And Radharani is a Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi, right? So he accepted the color of Radharani and, color and mood of Radharani, right? So that's why he's golden complexion is having. There is one song, I like that song. Sundar Lala, Sachidulala, Nachat Shri Hari Kirtan mein. That song, this song is actually describing the Lord's beauty is there. We say that the weapon for the Lord Chaitanya is his beauty, right?
Very good. You went on mute. Can you hear me?
Yes, Prabhu, we can hear now.
Okay. Nice. So, did you catch this portion? He has 4 names in the 2 Leelas. Two Leelas referring to Adi Leela and the Shesha Leela. Shesha Leela refers to the post Adi Leela. And what are those four names each? Those are here. These two verses talk about the Adi Leela. This two word or this line talks about the Adi Leela. This is about Shesha Leela. So in the Adi Leela, Suvarna Varna, that's name 1. Hey Mango, 2. Varanga and Chandan, Chandana, Chandan, Chandan Angadi. These are the four names. He appears as a householder with a golden complexion. His limbs are beautiful, his body smeared with sandalwood pulp. Seems like more. So this is a Adi Leela. Then Shesh Leela, Sanyas Krit. He took sannyas. Shanta, Nishtha, Shanti, Parayanaha. These are the four names. Sama, Shanta. Sanyaskrit, Shama, Shanta, and Nishtha, Shanti, Parayana. I hope that helps to connect the dots here. So these are the four names mentioned in two of the phases, Adi and Shesha. Iti dvapar urvisha stuvanti jagadishwaram nana tantra vidhanena kalavapi yatha shrinu. O king, in this way, the people in Dwapar Yuga worship the Lord of the universe. They also worship the Supreme Personality of God by the regulations of the revealed scriptures. Kindly now hear of that from me. This is again appears from the Bhagavatam. There are many verses from Bhagavatam, especially how we can connect it. This is a Sanskrit verse. Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sangopangastruparshadam Yagye Sankirtana Praye Janti Hi Somedasaha. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the name of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. Haribol. Shuno bhai ye sab chaitanya mahima, ei shloke kahe tara mahima rasima. My dear brothers, please hear all these glories of Lord Chaitanya. This verse clearly summarizes his activities and characteristics. Which is this verse referring to? The previous verse we just read, Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishna. Now, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is going to elaborate that verse. So he took this verse, he's saying this verse is so important. Oh bhai, suno bhai. This is the summarizes activities and characteristics. Krishna, now he's going to break that down. Krishna. Hey, Krishna, e dui varna sada yara mukhe. Athav Krishna ke tinho varna nija sukhe. The two syllables Krishna are always in his mouth, or he constantly describes Krishna with great pleasure. So Krishna is always in the mouth of Lord Chaitanya. He's always chanting Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Varna, Shabdera Artha Dui, the Praman, Krishna Vinutara Mukhe Nahi Isa An. These are the two meanings of the word Krishna Varna. Indeed, nothing else but Krishna issues from his mouth. उनके mouth से Krishna की bhandar, like floodgates. He's inundating with Krishna's holy names. Always talking about Krishna. Yes, next.
Text 56. Keha tare bala yadi Krishna varana ara visheshane tara kare nivarana. If someone tries to describe him as being of blackish complexion, the next adjective, Tvisha Aksharanam, immediately restricts him. Text 57. Deha kantya hayatenu aksharana varane kahe pita varana. His complexion is certainly not blackish. Indeed, his not being blackish indicates that his complexion is yellow. Text 58. Kalauyam vidvamsha svutam abhiyanjate dyuti bharad aksharangam krishnam makha vidhibhir utkirtana maye upasyam cha prahuryam akhila chaturthashrama jusham sadevas chaitanya kritir atitaram now kripa yatu. Translation. By performing the sacrifice of congregational chanting of the holy name, learned scholars in the age of Kali worship Lord Krishna, who is now non-blackish because of the great upsurge of the feelings of Srimati Radharani. He is the only worshipable deity for the Paramhamsas who have attained the highest stage of the fourth order, sannyasa. May that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Chaitanya, show us his great causeless mercy. Text 59. थोड़ा स्क्रॉल कर दीजिए. प्रत्यक्ष तारा तप्ता कांचनरा द्युति यारा छाटया नाशे अज्ञान तमस्तति. One can vividly see his glowing complexion of molten gold, which dispels the darkness of ignorance. Text 60. Jevera kalmasha tamo nasha karibare anga upanga nama nana astradhare. The sinful life of living beings results from ignorance. To destroy that ignorance, he has brought various weapons, such as his plenary associates, his devotees, and the holy name. Hare Krishna.
Very good. So now, from text 60 onwards, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is explaining about his weapons, his parshad, his associates. What are his weapons?
His beauty, his compassion, and the devotees. I think these are the
Devotees, associates, and the holy name. Main weapon
Okay.
is the holy name, as we just read.
Mm-hmm.
Sangha, Upanga, Astra, Parshadam. So his associates, his devotees, Harinama, are the real Astra. Yes, Mother, next.
Okay. Bhaktira virodhi karma dharma va adharma tahara kalmashanam se mahatama. The greatest ignorance consists of activities, whether religious or irreligious, that are opposed to devotional service. They are to be known as sins. Okay. So anything opposed to the devotional service is sin, either you religious or irreligious. Nice. Bahutuli Hari Bali Prem Driste Chai Kariya Kalmashanas Premete Bhashai. Raising his arms, chanting the holy name, and looking upon all the deep love, he drives away all sins and floods everyone with the love of Godhead. So, yeah, so just by looking, right? Just by looking, then how Mahaprabhu is chanting and dancing, just drives away all the sins and flood everyone with love of Godhead. This reminds me the pastime of the forest of Jharkhand, right? That even all the animals, they forget their enmity between them, and by seeing and seeing, I mean, by looking at him and chanting the Lord's name, by hearing that, even animals can forget their enmity, which is like rare. Seems impossible. You wanna say something, Prabhu, right? Sorry to.
No, I was just thinking of this Gauranga Bali Bolia Dubahu Tuliya. He's making so this, some people ask, oh, why are we asking to raise our arms? Like this is Mahaprabhu, raising his arms. So this is we are following his footsteps. It's not
Right.
something invented, or if someone asks, we can quote these verses that Mahaprabhu, this is a symptom of surrender. That this is a way to
Right.
chant and dance.
Mhm.
Yes, please continue.
Okay. Smita shokam harati jagatam yasya parito giram tu param bhava kushal patilam pallavyati padalambha kamba pranayati nahi prem nivaham sadevas chaitanya kritir atitaram na kripyatu. May the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of Lord Sri Chaitanya bestow his causeless mercy upon us. His smiling glance at once drives away all the bereavements of the world, and his very word enlivened the auspicious creepers of devotion by expanding their leaves. Taking shelter of his lotus feet invokes transcendental love of God at once. So it's a prayer. His glances drives away all the bereavement of this world. Okay. Shri Anga Shri Mukha Ei Kare Darshan Tara Papshaya Haya Paya Premadhan. Anyone who looks upon his beautiful body or beautiful face becomes freed from all sins and obtain the wealth of love of Godhead, which is the highest. That is the goal, attaining the love of Krishna Prem. And even by seeing the Lord's beautiful face and body, you can free from the sins, like previous also says that. Anya avatare sab sanya shastra sange Chaitanya Krishnera sanya anga upange. In other incarnations, the Lord descended with armies and weapons, but in this incarnation, his soldiers are his plenary parts and associates. Thank you, Prabhu.
Very cool. Amazing. Sadopsya Shriman Dhrita Manujakaye Pranayatam Mahadbhegir Vinaygirisha Parameshti Prabhriti Bihi Swabhaktibhya Sudham Nija Bhajana Mudrit Mudram Upadisan Sachaitanya Kimmi Punar Api Drisyor Yasyati Padam. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always the most worshipable deity of the demigods, including Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, who came in the garb of ordinary men bearing love for him. He instructs his own pure devotional service to his own devotees. Will he again be the object of my vision? Well, so even the demigods, if someone says, This is from Stavamala, this verse. So even the demigods are basically wanting to serve Lord Chaitanya. He's the worshipable deity of the demigods as well. It's not a self-concocted god. Oh, some people think like that. Angopanga astra kare swakarya sadhana anga shabdera artha ara shuno diyamana. His plenary parts and associates perform the work of weapons as their own specific duties. Please hear from me the meaning of the word anga. The word anga is coming from Sangopangastra, Sanga, Sangopangastra, Sanga Upanga. Anga Shabde Amsha Kahe Shastra Praman Angera Avyava Upanga Vyakhyan. According to the evidence of the revealed scriptures, a bodily limb, anga, is also called amsha, a part, and the part of a limb is called a partial part or upa-anga. So bodily limb is called anga and or amsha, and the part of the limb is called the upa-anga. Like hands, maybe, that means my hands, part of the body, fingers, part of the hands. Narayanastvam nahi sarvadehinam atmasi adhi sakhila lokasakshi narayano angam narabhu jalayanat tachapi satyam nat taveva maya. O Lord of the Lords, you are the seer of all creation. You are indeed everyone's dearest life. Are you not, therefore, my father, Narayana? Narayana refers to one whose abode is in the water born from Nara, Garbhodakshai Vishnu. And that Narayana is your plenary portion. All your plenary portions are transcendental. They are absolute and are not creations of Maya. Jalashai Antaryami Ye Narayana Seho Tomaram Shatumi Mula Narayana. The manifestation of the Narayan, who predominates in everyone's heart, as well as the Narayana, who lives in the waters, Karna, Garbha, Shira, is your plenary portion. You are therefore the original Narayana. Haribol. He is the original, the Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, next.
अंगा शब्दे अंशा काहे सेहो सत्याहाया माया कार्या नाहे सबचित आनंदमया. The word anga indeed refers to plenary portions. Such manifestations should never be considered products of material nature, for they are all transcendental, full of knowledge and full of bliss. Text 72. Advaita Nityananda Chaitanyera Dui Anga Angera Avyaya Gane Kahiya Upanga. Sri Advait Prabhu and Sri Nityanand Prabhu are both plenary portions of Lord Chaitanya. Thus, they are the limbs, angas of his body. The parts of these two limbs are called upangas. Text 73. Angopanga Tiksha Astra Prabhu Rasa Hite Sai Saba Astra Haya Pashanda Dalite. Thus, the Lord is equipped with sharp weapons in the form of his parts and plenary portions. All these weapons are competent enough to crush the faithless atheist. Text 74. Nityananda Goshani Sakshat Haladhara Advaitacharya Goshani Sakshat Ishvara. Sri Nityananda Gosai is directly Haladhar, Lord Balaram, and Advait Acharya is the personality of Godhead himself. Text 75. श्रीवासादि परिषदा सैन्य संगे लाना द्वि सेनापति बुले कीर्तना करिया. These two captains with their soldiers such as Srivas Thakur travel everywhere chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hari Bol.
Yes.
Prabhuji, how do you understand that Advaita Acharya is the personality of Godhead himself? Like,
Yeah, he is the supreme personality of Godhead himself. This is Vishnu Tattva. Is the
plenary
whole,
portions, yeah.
there's a whole chapter about Advaita Acharya. Advaita Harina Advaita. Therefore, it's called Advaita. He is the supreme Lord and the devotee, like
In the form of a devotee. Yeah.
he is Hari and he's devotee. Okay. We read this. Okay. Next, Mataji. I'm to read.
Prabhu, next, can you continue? I just got an email notification for meeting, so.
Sure. Pashanda Dalana Vana Nityananda Rai Acharya Hunkare Papa Pashandi Palai. Lord Nityananda's very features indicate that he is the subduer of the unbelievers. All sins and unbelievers flee from the loud shouts of Advaitacharya. So Advaitacharya was the one who did Hunkar, loud, roaring like a lion. And Krishna came. Sankirtana Parvartaka Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sankirtana Yagyatara Bhaje Se Dhanya. Just one more thing. This many times this word na in Bengali it comes, so we don't. It is silent, like Gosai, Tanra. We don't say Tanra, Tanre, Tare. Hmm. It comes in many Bengali words. If you notice, we just read like Gosani. It's not Gosani. It's Gosai, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, Tara. Yeah, like
Tara.
yours. Yeah.
Like Tara Madhya Jivati Lobha Maisud. So it's something to know. So it's silent. Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya is the initiator of the Sankirtana, congregation chanting of the holy name of the Lord. One who worships him through Sankirtana is fortunate. With Dhanya. Wow. Indeed. Saita Sumedha Ara Kubudhi Samsara Sarva Yagya Haita Krishna Nama Yagyasar. Such a person is intelligent, truly intelligent, whereas others who have but a poor fund of knowledge must endure the cycle of repeated birth and death. Saita Sumedha. Sumedhasa. Those who are intelligent take to the holy name. Are Kubuddhi. Unki buddhi ku. Ku is bad. Subuddhi nahi hai. Kubuddhi. Samsar mein cycle of birth and death. Of all the sacrificial performances, the chanting of the Lord's holy name is the most sublime. So nice. Krishna Nama Yagyasar. Koti Ashwamedha Eka Krishna Nama Sama Ye kahe she pashandi dandetara yama. One who says that 10 million Ashwamedh yagyas are equal to the chanting of the holy name of Lord Krishna is undoubtedly an atheist. He is sure to be punished by Yamaraj. What does it mean, Mataji? Shital Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
What does this verse mean?
One who says that 10 million Ashwamedh sacrifices are equal to the chanting of the holy name of Lord Krishna is undoubtedly an atheist. Means if you are promoting like a hot sacrifice, so there must be a context to this, Prabhuji. I'm not too sure, but it sounds like if you're whoever is recommending that you rather do Ashwamedh sacrifice instead of the chanting of Lord Krishna, that person is an atheist. So there should be some story. Like,
Yeah, the context is, what is Ashwamedh Yagya? It is for mundane things, material profit, etc. So, what is the eighth offense to chanting? To equate the chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra as mundane pious activity. Ashwamedh yagyas are primarily done for some karma kanda. So even if 100 million karma kanda activities cannot equate to, so that means the point is it is not equal. One can do 10 zillion Ashwamedh yagyas, still it is not equal. You cannot say, okay, because that's mundane, that's material. This is purely spiritual. So that person has no knowledge of the understanding of the holy name. That person is sure to be punished. In short, it's an aparat to equate even a billion Ashwamedh yagyas. So in short, we don't know what we have received. This is totally pure, transcendental. Golokira Premadhana Harinama Sankirtana. This is coming from directly from the spiritual abode. Does that help?
yes, Prabhuji. Yes, text 80. भागवता संदर्भ ग्रंथेरा मंगलाचरणे ए श्लोका जीवा गोसाई करियाचेना व्याख्याने. In the auspicious introduction to the Bhagavad Sandarbha, Srila Jiva Goswami has given the following verse as an explanation.
I was reading, or you were reading? I missed the flow.
I can.
Yeah,
I think Mataji is busy, so we can.
yes. You can alternate then. It might
Yeah.
be easy.
Yes.
Anta Krishnam Bahirgoram Darshitangadi Vaibhavam Kalau Sankirtanadyaisma Krishna Chaitanya Ashritaha. I take shelter of Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is outwardly of a fair complexion but is inwardly Krishna. Antar Krishna Bahir Gaura. In this age of Kali, he displays his expansions, his angas and upangas, by performing the congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord. So beautiful. Okay, we'll read till 90, Mataji. Then I'll also have to take care.
Yes, Prabhu, even I'll have to drop off. So yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Okay, 90. Yes, we'll quickly do one after the other.
Should we alternate?
Yes.
Okay. Text 82. उपपुराणेह शुनि श्रीकृष्ण वचन कृपा करी व्यासा प्रति करी याचेन कथन. In the Upapuranas, we hear Sri Krishna showing his mercy to Vyasdeva by speaking to him as follows.
अहमेवा क्वचित् ब्रह्मन् सन्न्यासाश्रमाश्रितः हरिभक्तिं गृह ग्रायामि कलौ पापहतान् नरान्. O learned Brahmana, sometimes I accept the renounced order of life to induce the fallen people of the age of Kali to accept devotional service to the Lord.
भागवत भारत शास्त्र आगम पुराण चैतन्य कृष्ण अवतारे प्रकट प्रमाण. Srimad Bhagavatam, the Mahabharata, the Puranas, and all other Vedic literatures are all give evidence to prove that Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the incarnation of Krishna. Very powerful. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. प्रत्यक्ष देखन नाना प्रकट प्रभाव अलौकिक कर्म अलौकिक अनुभव. One can also directly see Lord Chaitanya's manifest influence in his uncommon deeds and uncommon Krishna conscious realization.
देखिया न देखे यता अभक्तेरा गणा उलूके न देखे ये न suyera kirana. But faithless unbelievers do not see what is clearly evident, just as owls do not see the rays of the sun.
So beautiful.
Ulu, uluke, yeah.
Tvam Srila Rupa Charita Tvam Srila Rupa Charita Parama Prakrishtai Satvena Satvikataya Prabalischa Shastrai Prakhyatadeva Paramartha Vidam Matischa Nevasura Prakritya Prabhavanti Bodhum. O my Supreme Lord, those influenced by demonic principles cannot realize you, although you are clearly the Supreme by dint of your exalted activities, forms, character, and uncommon power, which are confirmed by the revealed scriptures in the quality of goodness and the celebrated transcendentalist in the divine nature.
आपण लुकेते कृष्ण नाना यातना करे तथापि ताहारा भक्ता जानया ताहारे. Lord Shri Krishna tries to hide himself in various ways, but nevertheless his pure devotees know him as he is.
Ulangita trividha sima samatishai sambhavanam tava परिवृद्धिमस्वभावम् मायाबलेन भवतापि निगूह्यमानं पश्यन्ति केचिद् अनीशं त्वदनन्यभाव. O my Lord, everything within material nature is limited by time, space, and thought. Your characteristics, however, being unequaled and unsurpassed, are always transcendental to such limitations. You sometimes cover such characteristics by your own energy, but nevertheless, your unalloyed devotees are always able to see you under all circumstances.
Text 90. असुर स्वभावे कृष्ण कबू नाही जाने लुकैते नारे कृष्ण भक्त जन स्थाने. Those whose nature is demoniac cannot know Krishna at any time, but he cannot hide himself from his pure devotees. Hari Bol.
Very cool. So amazing. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and reading, and happy Gaur Purnima.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Happy
Aapko bhi.
Holi.
Happy Holi. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Hari Bol, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Prabhupada, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you.
Hari Bol. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo.
Upasantubhye.